Memories in Cellulose is an art installation in which fermented photographs are projected onto bacterial cellulose screens. For me, making this work was a process of co-creating with microorganisms, experimenting with creating and using sustainable materials, and learning to work with the rhythm of natural processes. My name is Marit, and I am an artist who likes to experiment with digital and analog media. This project started with a roll of analog film in a jar of kombucha. I wanted to find a way to have the film be affected by something beyond my control, and coincidentally, a jar of kombucha was within my eyesight. Because I was experimenting with fermentation in the kitchen, I knew that when biological material is added to sugar water and left alone for a few days, it starts to ferment. A culture of microorganisms forms that breaks down the material and grows bacterial cellulose on the surface. This cellulose is often seen as an unimportant byproduct of fermentation, but it could function as a sustainable replacement for example, plastic or leather. The culture of microorganisms coming from the plants carries a history of interactions and thus memories with it. When I handle the material with my bare hands, I also add my own microorganisms and my own history to the process. For this installation, I took analog silhouette photos of myself, after which I put the film roll back into the camera, and over those photos I took photos of plants living in my environment, the plants in my ecosystem. I collected the photographed plants and took them home to ferment them. I added the film rolls to the fermentation as well, and then I left them for a few weeks. After which I removed the bacterial cellulose that had grown on the fermentation from the containers and dried it. These dried cellulose sheets function as projection screens in this work. But I have also conducted other experiments with them, like making bowls with them. To complete the circle of the process, I returned the fermented and thus broken down biological material to the soil by burying it. The whole process is one of both destruction and creation. It breaks down the plants and the film and forms a new material and images beyond just snapshots.